this thing on?
I hope so. Also, we're not dead.
No, we're not.
Sorry about last week.
Yeah, it was a very busy week.
It was a busy week, and also Sarah forgot that it was Tuesday.
I sure did. And then that it was Wednesday, and then that it was Thursday, and then that it was Friday. But a lot of it was just that it was a very busy week.
Yeah, we had a lot going on. So, we're back, though.
Yeah.
And I've got a story.
Amazing.
I know. It's going to be about 9 minutes long, though, so...
Alright. Well, short and sweet.
So don't get comfy.
No, start like a short task.
Yeah.
Put it on your drive to Walmart.
Or, while you're putting the laundry in the washing machine, or taking the laundry out of the dryer.
Yeah. But not, folding it.
No. Just taking it out of the dryer.
Yeah.
Because, I have a hard time writing long stories.
It's alright.
So, maybe we'll have some things to say about it throughout, and it won't just be 9 minutes long. But it took me 9 minutes to read it to myself.
I was going to tell you a 9-minute story, but I didn't, look into it close enough. But I will tell you the gist of it.
Okay.
Do you remember Andrew Keegan?
Yes.
Yeah. Of 10 Things I Hate About You fame.
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently he had a cult.
Nice.
Yeah. From what I gathered off of TikTok was that he and his assistant or manager or something got mugged in the park, and it was the same day that really bad tsunami happened in the Philippines or wherever that was at one time. And then I guess
shattered our dining room table.
Yeah, from all the way across the world.
Yeah.
And then I guess he took that. He didn't know that had happened yet.
Yeah.
But then when he found out, he took it as a sign that he needed to have some kind of higher calling or something.
Mm.
And so he started this I don't know, spiritual center or something in Los Angeles. And I don't think that it's functioning anymore from what I could tell.
Yeah.
But at some point they got raided by what's DEA or something.
I was gonna say DEA.
For making kombucha without a license. Yeah. So anyway,
the DEA, the FDA, I don't know.
I think it was the DEA.
The Food and Drug Administration.
Because I think it had something to do with, or ATF, alcohol maybe, because it fermented.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. And I guess if you make it wrong, or you can make it too strong, or I don't know. But I know he got raided by the feds.
Yeah.
And I guess he, it's defunct now, but I guess for a minute he had a cult.
Sweet.
I know. Isn't that fun?
Good times.
Yeah. You know,
him and Jared Leto.
Wanted to know if, this was his good side. Or if he looked pensive.
Does he look pensive? Or thoughtful. I think he says thoughtful.
He says thoughtful and she says pensive.
And he was like, dang, I was going for thoughtful.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've been crocheting most of the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm done until April.
Been doing school things for the last 2 weeks.
And going to 9,000 concerts of the Childs.
Yeah. For the last 24 hours, I've been kind of crying about Carl Reiner.
Rob Reiner?
Yeah, Rob Reiner. Sorry, my brain went to his dad.
Yeah.
No. Yep.
Yeah. Pretty sad stuff.
Very sad stuff. Yep. Yeah, no, I was watching a video just now where Howard Stern was interviewing him and he was talking about his dad, and so his dad was on my mind. But, about how he used to go watch his dad, work on the Dick Van Dyke Show. Mm-hmm. And, that he, oh yeah. Sorry, Veronica's having a moment. Farron loves the sound of plastic bags crinkling. It's like her most favorite sound that
Well,
has
also, we're trying to
ever-
record a podcast, so
Yeah.
the kitten doesn't need to be playing plastic bag right now.
Why would you take all of her joy away?
Anyway.
Anyway, yeah. I don't know. It's just such a giant bummer.
Yeah. Very unnecessary, and
Yeah.
she's gonna have to go in her cage.
And I thought, he was almost 80 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And it just really sucks that he didn't get to just die peacefully
Be
like
old.
an 80-year-old man. Like, it just really sucks.
Just if she comes back, we'll grab her.
She found another plastic bag.
I know. That one's her favorite plastic bag.
Yeah.
Because she put one of her favorite toys in it, and...
She's a good girl. She's all, nope, you're not getting me, ma'am.
I know what grabby hands mean.
Tim Tim,
Kiki!
come here. Tim Tim Tim. Has she got a favorite toy over here?
No.
Where's her sponge? Or any of her thread?
I took the thread away from her.
Kitty. Hi, Joey.
You're being very naughty right now, though. I know you're just playing, but you're being very noisy.
Alright, create the kitty. Now she's gonna scratch her box.
Good times.
Yeah.
So, I have a story.
Alright, well, tell us a story. Is it sad?
No.
Okay, good. Because after I did like the 2 heavy ones in a row, I needed a break.
This one is more mysterious.
Okay, good.
Because, we do Twisted and Mysterious.
Whoa.
I know.
Whoa.
I know.
Whoa.
So, this is the story of Shanti Devi.
Of what?
Shanti Devi. It's an Indian name.
Devi. Okay.
It takes place in India.
Okay.
And I'm probably going to pronounce everything wrong.
Oh.
I tried to Google as many of the words as I could.
That's really embarrassing for you.
I know.
Because I pronounce everything perfectly.
Yeah.
Like I'm fluent in the language, actually, is how good I am.
I know. You're just excellent at words.
I really am. It's why I have a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good at talking. At least you are.
I know. I'm really, really good, actually. And you're just embarrassing.
I know.
Okay.
That's why I don't tell stories very often.
That's right. Because we all point and laugh.
Exactly.
Okay.
So this is the story of Shanti Devi.
Devi. Okay. I thought you said Devney or Debney or something, and
No.
I just needed clarification.
Devi, however you want to pronounce it.
Okay.
So, Shanti Devi was born in Delhi, India on December 11th, 1926. It's said that although Shanti was born a healthy baby, she didn't begin talking until the age of 3. Now, when Shanti was 4, just a year after she began talking, mind you, Shanti began to say some odd things.
Okay. I was thinking, how whenever you hear about a baby talking late and then every other mother tells that mom, don't worry, because once they start talking, they're literally never going to stop.
Mm-hmm.
So just maybe enjoy it while you can.
Well, she talked a lot and about things that most 4-year-olds don't talk about.
Like the monkeys. I mean, like our 4-year-old liked the monkeys.
Oh, well, yeah.
And,
but that's normal.
That's not normal for like a 4-year-old.
Whatever, it's normal. No, all the words to monkey songs.
It's totally normal for your 2-year-old to just like be going through Michael's singing.
Or to tell you that
Last
he's
Train
Baby
to
Jones.
Clarksville. Well, yeah, I mean, he's reincarnated, and that's completely normal, so.
Well, good thing, because we're talking about reincarnation today.
Oh, great. Cool. It comes full circle, man.
Yes. So, what kind of odd things? She began talking about her past life. Shanti began telling her mother about her home in Mathura, a city about 80 miles away from Delhi, her husband, and her children.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you, Veronica. That's what we get for putting her up.
Now, it's a known fact that children make stuff up.
So she's 4 and she's got a husband and children?
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
So kids make stuff up.
They sure do, because I saw a TikTok the other day where it was like a little girl pretending to be like a maid or something.
Oh yeah,
and
I've seen that
her
one.
Mom about like her children.
Kids. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah.
So like, especially at this age, kids make stuff up, but Shanti and her family had never been to Mathura. If this was just a simple case of a child making up a story, how could she know so many specific details? She recalled streets and shops, including her husband's shop. She told her family she left 3 children and a husband in Mathura and wanted to go home. Shanti claimed to be a woman named Lugdi that died 10 days after giving birth to a son in 1925. So a year before Shanti was born.
Okay. All right. Well, man, she's really already lived a life, hasn't she?
She really has.
At the ripe old age of 4.
Yes. So, many things caused Shanti to divulge information about her previous life. When dressing, she'd tell her mother about clothes she used to wear. When eating, she'd remember favorite dishes of hers. Many times it was food that was regional to Mathura and not Delhi.
Okay.
When her mother would cook, Shanti would tell her in frustration, "That's not how you make it. You need more cumin and you have to add spices in a different order." Her mother laughed and asked her what she knew about cooking. She said, "I cooked for my husband and children for years. I know how he likes his food."
Oh my gosh, Mom. Don't tell me how to make dinner. I already know.
I've been doing it for years, lady.
I was doing it before you.
She also insisted upon eating only sattva food. Her parents didn't know this word. No one in their region talked about eating this. Shanti told them it meant vegetarian food, which her parents later learned was true.
Okay.
Around the age of 6, Shanti's stories had become very specific. She would recall the interior of her home in Mathura, recipes that were not native to Delhi, and details about childbirth. Things a 6 or 7-year-old, which I hate the fact that I have to say 6 or 7.
Like 6, 7?
Yes. But things that a 6 or 7-year-old should not know. She recalled how much pain she'd been in, and wanting to stay to be with her children one more time, and then things going dark.
Oh, that's really sad.
Yeah. She would ask her parents, "When can we go to Mathura? I miss my children."
Imagine, like, taking your 6-year-old to this place and
Yeah.
being like, "So, this is your mom."
Yeah. So they were concerned that this might be some sort of mental illness, but doctors found nothing but an intelligent, healthy girl. At one point around this time, Shanti tried to run away from home to Mathura. She was forced to come home. Later, she confided in a headmaster or a teacher, I've heard it both ways, who was possibly even related to Shanti distantly, about her other life. She spoke to him in words from the Mathura dialect in an attempt to convince him. When he promised to arrange a trip home for her, she gave him the name of her husband. I'm pausing because I have to try to pronounce his name.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Kedarnath.
Okay.
But if I'm wrong, don't come at me.
You know what? Nobody has come at me yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I say everything perfect, so that's probably why.
But she gave him the name of her husband, which women in India did not do. It's apparently custom for women to never utter their husband's name. She gave him the address of Kedarnath's shop. She said he was fair-skinned, had a wart on his left cheek, and wore reading glasses.
Very specific.
Very specific. This distant relative, school employee, whose name I believe was Babu Bishanchand, don't quote me on that last name, wrote to the address explaining the things that Shanti had divulged to him. He received a confirmation from Kedarnath that he in fact owned the shop and that his wife had passed away 9 years before Shanti was born.
And that he is fair-skinned and he does have a mole on his left cheek or something.
Well, that will be confirmed when they see him face to face.
Oh, okay. He didn't ask it in the letter.
Yeah.
Send pics.
I wrote that she passed away 9 years before Shanti was born, but that's not right.
Yeah.
She passed away a year before Shanti was born. But this is like 9 years later, I guess.
Yeah.
She's not 4 anymore.
Mm-hmm.
She's closer to 9 now.
Mm-hmm.
10 days after giving birth to their youngest son. In an attempt to test Shanti, Kedarnath sent his cousin to her home, pretending he was him. When Shanti saw him, she said that was not her husband, that he was his cousin whom she remembered.
I like that this guy's like, I don't believe that you're my wife, 6-year-old, so I'm gonna test you.
So she regaled him with things only Lugdi would have known. Shaken, the cousin returned to Mathura and tells Kedarnath that something strange is going on. He decides to visit Delhi himself. One resource I read said that he went to her home unannounced, and another one said that he went and pretended to be his own brother, and another one said that he went at the same time as the cousin. So I can't tell you exactly how this happened.
He went sometime.
But at one point, he ended up at their house.
Yes.
But he pretended to be his own brother, according to this one resource. Upon seeing him, she ran to him, but stopped short of him, remembering she was now in a child's body, and then said quietly...
She's 6.
Yeah. And then she said quietly, "You came. I knew you would."
Weird.
So, during his visit, Shanti said and did things that left him visibly shaken. She knew details of arguments and the locations of where she had hidden money and her jewelry in their home. Kedarnath asked her to tell him how much money was hidden, and she was able to give the exact amount.
She's like, where is this money hidden? Because, I could really use it right now.
Well, we'll come back to that. But anyway, so she was able to give him the exact amount of money that had been hidden.
Mm-hmm.
Shanti had asked her mother to prepare dinner for the guests. When her mother asked what she should prepare, Shanti told her potato parathas and pumpkin squash, which Kedarnath was shocked by, as those were his favorite foods.
And make sure that you put the spices in the correct order and use more cumin.
Gosh.
Do you need me to write it down for you?
Do I need to do it myself? Give me a stool so I can reach the stove. Chop these vegetables for me.
I can't use a knife yet.
After dinner, she asked Kedarnath, who had since remarried, "Why did you marry her? Had we not decided that you would never remarry?" To which he had no answer.
She's like, oops, I didn't think you'd know.
Well, I didn't think you were coming back.
So sorry.
So, in one article that I read, it said that Kedarnath had brought their youngest son with them when he came to visit Shanti. Mm-hmm. She was so excited to see him that she asked her mother to bring him all of her toys. She was like, "Here, you can have these."
Toys with my son, actually.
Well, I think she was giving them to him. Yeah. I don't need these. I'm 30. So, when asked how she could recognize him as their youngest son, when she had only ever seen him as an infant, she stated that he was part of her soul, and that the soul could easily recognize him for who he was. In 1935, Mahatma Gandhi took special notice of this case after word had spread. He appointed a special committee of 15 prominent figures, ranging from members of parliament, national leaders, and members of the media to study the case. They convinced her parents to allow Shanti to accompany them to Mathura. Upon reaching the train platform in Mathura, the first memorable incident quickly happened. A man stood before her, and she went over and touched his feet with deep veneration. She was asked if she recognized him, and she identified him as being her husband's older brother. Soon they took her in a tonga, which is a horse-drawn carriage. She gave the driver directions, and on the way was able to correctly identify changes that had happened to the city over the years.
So, yeah, well, that Walmart didn't used to be there.
Yeah.
And, remember, I really liked that Mexican restaurant that was right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's a vape shop.
Yeah. And they're like, that's not the first vape shop that's been there.
Yeah. It's like the 10th one. She was able to give the driver directions to the shop that her husband owned, to her home she supposedly had shared with Kedarnath, and to her parents' home. Along the way, she recognized her friends and neighbors and was able to recall information about them, which they remembered were things that Lugdi used to say and do. Like, she told one lady, "Oh, hello, auntie, you used to lend me sugar when I ran out." And she was like, "That's what Lugdi used to say." And
yeah. And she was like, "Oh, and I borrowed an egg from you that one time."
Yeah. She showed them the brass pot full of jewelry exactly where she said it was. She took them to the place where she had hidden the money, but there was no money. Kedarnath admitted that he had taken the money after Lugdi's death.
Stole her money.
Yeah, she supposedly got really mad about this because she had been squirreling away that money to buy something specific. Mm-hmm. And she was like, "Oh my God, you spent my money that I was saving to buy this thing.
You should have just known I was going to come back."
And they're like, you died. We didn't think you were going to buy that thing.
Like, well, I was. Thank you. Now you owe me all this money.
And at one point she pointed to a corner of a room and said, my youngest was born there and I died there. The most dramatic and memorable incident was when she was introduced to Lugdi's children. She looked at them as a mother would her own children, though they were each older than Shanti herself.
Well, I mean, I guess if she's their mother, then of course she would look at them that way.
But she's 9 and they're all older than 9.
Yeah.
The youngest is 10.
Imagine like a 6-year-old looking at you and be like, "Oh my child, my teeny weenies."
Yeah. She was able to recall them by names, as well as specific details about them all. Toys they loved, foods they would cry for, and a song she had sung to them. Things only their mother should know. She told the children, I'm sorry I left you. I didn't want to. Gandhi's committee documented everything. They concluded that her case seemed credible. They could find no evidence of fraud or deception. Her case became known around the world. Scientists and skeptics theorized that it could have been due to outright fraud, telepathy, which I find it funny that they would believe in telepathy while denying reincarnation.
Reincarnation is so fake, but telepathy...
But she's probably telepathic.
That's it.
And cryptomnesia, which is when someone remembers something they've heard and then believes it's their own original idea, which, like, where would she have heard all this information about a family she'd never met and a city she'd never visited?
Right, and that even her family didn't seem to know anything about the city or anything about it.
Yeah.
Unless they were in on the fraud, I don't know.
So, she died, well, and so people... We're like, what would she get out of it, though? Like, what would she or her family get out of faking this?
Right, yeah.
It's not like I say her husband, but it's not like Kedarnath was wealthy and they were expecting to get money out of it.
They wanted that money she hid.
Right, I can't imagine it was that much.
And how would they know that it was there?
Yeah. So, Shanti Devi died in 1987 at the age of 61. She never married, stating that she'd already been married and could not imagine being with anyone but Kedarnath.
No.
She rarely spoke in public, saying she didn't need anyone to believe her. And that's my very short story.
About 30 minutes, 25 minutes.
Yeah.
So.
I wish, however, that there was more information, or at least that I could find, about whether or not she maintained any sort of relationship with the family.
Right.
Because, like, what do you do after somebody, especially a child, shows up and is like, oh, I'm your dead mom?
Oh, by the way, I'm your mom. Yeah, like, that would be weird. You obviously wouldn't just forget that happened.
Yeah. Like, what did her children think, or the children think? And, did they remain in contact with her?
Yeah. Were they like, hey, this is my mom, and have a relationship with her?
She originally, I heard, wanted to stay in Mathura with Kedarnath, but after learning that he had broken several promises that he had made to her on her deathbed, including remarrying, she was like, never mind.
Never mind. He's not a good husband for the 6-year-old.
Yes. It's a terrible husband. Not gonna let him play with my toys.
Yeah. I'll just share my toys with my kids.
Not gonna tell my mom to cook him dinner anymore.
Yeah. Ridiculous. You know what? We're putting the spices in the wrong order on purpose.
Yeah. And we're leaving out the cumin altogether.
Yeah. No cumin for you.
No. Anyway, so that's, to this day, one of the most credible cases for reincarnation that has ever been studied.
Yeah. Her and Seti.
And the little boy that thought he was a World War II fighter pilot back in, like, the late 90s.
Or the kid that, like, knew the Titanic or something, like he was on the Titanic.
Yeah.
No, the Seti one was always weird, because I think we did that, episode 2 or something?
Yeah.
Because she would help archaeologists find things, because she knew where everything was, and so she was like, oh, there should be a garden here, and then they'd dig, and there would be a garden there, like, whatever, and help them, like, recreate the way things are supposed to look, or, like, looked in ancient Egypt.
Yeah, the only, like, discrepancy that they mentioned was that when they took her to see Lugdi's parents, they were in a crowd of, like, 50 people because they're, like, testing her to see,
to see
if she can pick people out. And she picked them out of the crowd, but at first she said her mother was her aunt, and then she was like, oh, no, I'm sorry, that's my mom.
Well, you know what? For the sake of argument that she was credible, that, like, this is really her, probably dying is traumatic.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine that there wouldn't be some kind of, like, weird trauma that would make you forget things or make you hazy on things or whatever, if that were true.
But there didn't seem to be much discrepancy whatsoever.
But even if she picked out this aunt instead of the mom, like, that would still be weird that she picked out a family member.
Out of a crowd of 50 people.
Yeah.
Never having met these people. Never having been to that city.
Right. So, even that would be bizarre.
But yeah, all the people that were involved in the case were like, I believe that she's Lugdi. Even Kedarnath was like, yeah, I believe she's the reincarnation of my dead wife.
Yeah.
Because she just knew too many things. Then, like, private things.
Yeah.
It's kind of... Only because she's a child, it's kind of uncomfortable to talk about, but they asked her how she became pregnant, and she was able to give in great detail how she became pregnant.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be weird to talk to a 6-year-old about that.
Yeah. But yeah, she knew a lot of things. She knew arguments that she and Kedarnath had. She knew little details about the kids. They asked her if she could point out where the bathroom in the house was, and she took them directly to it. She took them to her parents' house. She, at one point, I'm sure it was rough for Shanti's parents, not Lugdi's parents, because she would tell her mom, "You're not my mom."
That would be mean.
Like, I have a mother. You look nothing like my mother.
Yeah, that would be sad.
But, like, after taking her to doctors and stuff, and the doctors being like, there's nothing wrong with her other than she has these memories, even her parents became convinced that she had been reincarnated.
Yeah. But please let me be your mom. She was like, yeah, but I'm 30 actually, so I don't need one anymore.
Yeah. But Lugdi's parents even believed that she was Lugdi because, like, they had, like, a really emotional reunion and...
Crazy.
But everybody involved seemed to believe that she really was Lugdi.
Yeah, well, that's bizarre. That kind of stuff is always freaky.
Because, but yeah.
Like, it's just... I mean, I know that, like, it happened, like, or at least you hear about it happening sometimes, but then you feel like, I don't know, I think I always jump to, like, they're lying.
Yeah.
I just have such a hard time believing it. But, I don't know. I mean, like, these days, I would just guess that anybody was lying, because there's just so much information online, and, like...
But this was
the 20s.
Yeah, this was the 1920s.
Like, yeah.
They didn't have a TV. She wasn't old enough to go to school.
Yeah, Al Gore hadn't invented the internet yet. Yeah.
So, how would she have known about this family that lived 80 miles away?
Right, yeah, because, I mean, and that's what I'm saying, like, these days, I would just automatically assume that it's somebody lying to defraud somebody or to get views on TikTok.
Yeah, but I just mean, like, there was no opportunity for her to even find out about these people. Right. She was just a 4-year-old living 80 miles away from these people, never even having been to the city they live in.
Yeah, there was no Facebook stalking yet.
No.
Yeah.
And so it's like, how did a 4-year-old know these things? And then as she got older, she knew more and more specific details, and...
Yeah. That would be crazy.
Yeah. Anyway.
I don't know how you, like, as a parent, handle that.
No.
Like, it like, being a parent is already hard enough just with, like, normal things.
Yeah. It's hard and weird.
Like, how do you handle your child being like, nah, I'm actually a 30-year-old dead woman?
Yeah.
Like, I don't... And how do you, like, raise them after that? Because it's like, then you're like, you're grounded, and then they're like, yeah, except that now I'm 40, and I have children and a husband, so now...
Yeah.
Like,
I think I read that she lived, like, a very spiritual life after that, and...
Yeah. She didn't live very long. You said she died when she was 60?
61, yeah.
Mm. She died very young.
Yeah. She died even younger the first time.
Yeah. She was not meant to be long for this world, apparently.
No.
But, yeah, that was a cool one.
Yeah.
Good job.
I saw it on Facebook one day, and I was like, oh, wow, this is really interesting. And
we're all just going to laugh at you a little bit for your pronunciation.
For all of my terrible Indian pronunciations.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
Well.
Cool. Well, I know that you feel like it was too short, and it was 30 minutes, so that's fine. It means that I won't have as much work to do in a minute whenever I edit this.
Yeah.
And next week we'll just have a different story.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to have a short one every once in a while.
Yeah.
Or none.
Or none.
Or none one.
Y'all got a really short one last week.
So, I mean, like, either they can be upset that it's a short one, or they could just have none. Again.
Yeah. None for you.
None for you.
No stories for you.
None stories for you. So, yeah.
So tell them the things.
Oh, boy. Let's see. I took a week off. Am I going to remember them?
You can find us on social media.
At Twisted and Mysterious. You can email us at twistedmysteriousPodcast@gmail.com. Please rate and review us, because it will help us get more exposure and get recommended to more people. Tell your moms and your sisters and your brothers and your, I don't know, other people that you know.
Your reincarnated wives.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all there is to that. So, as always, remember that people are gross and don't get murdered.
But definitely freak people out with your reincarnation stories.
Yes.
All right, bye.
Bye.